Mike, let's begin with sort of a stock report on where Notre Dame targets stand right now.
Yeah, some folks who are subscribed to the blueandgold.com website will be able to read this article on Wednesday as I break down all of Notre Dame's remaining targets that we know about publicly. Stock up, stock steady, stock down. There's guys in each category. So I did, Darren, want to talk about a couple of the guys on our interview, and we're going to go to the biggest one. Derek Meadows. Darren, how long have we been talking about Derek Meadows? I'll answer the question. It's been about a year and a half. He visited Notre Dame for Irish Invasion back in 2023 that summer, and I logged a prediction for the Irish to land him in June 23. I haven't changed it. He's committed to LSU, and Notre Dame is still very much in the mix, Darren, very much in the mix. Meadows committed to Brian Kelly's program July 20th over Notre Dame and Alabama, but Notre Dame director of recruiting, general manager is this new title, Chad Bowden, and at the time, Notre Dame quarterback commit Deuce Knight both put on social media after Meadows picked LSU, it's not over, with the shamrock emoji, and it very much has not been over. Notre Dame has continued to recruit Derek Meadows, number 80 overall player, number 11 wide receiver, according to the On3 industry ranking. And I'm told that things are going pretty well. So stock up for the Irish. I am told that he hasn't locked in his trip for the Florida State game next Saturday, but it is trending that way. So Notre Dame looking like they're going to get a top 100 overall wide receiver on campus. That's at least the hope for the coaching staff, and my personal belief is that will come to fruition. So this would be a huge deal if Notre Dame is able to get Derek Meadows back on campus. It would very much seem like the flip is on. Actions speak louder than words, right? Follow the visits. If he, so right now all the talk is, oh, Notre Dame's talking all the time with Meadows. That's talk, right? But if he takes that action of visiting Notre Dame next weekend, I think that would be a big signal that the Irish do have more than a puncher's chance to flip him away. I'm told that things, again, are going well, but we'll see if that comes to fruition with that visit. I think that would be a big deal. And then I got stock steady for Notre Dame and Madden Faraimo from J. Sarah Catholic in Southern California. Madden, the number 74 overall player, the number 4 linebacker in America, according to the On3 industry ranking. Of course, both of these guys being 2025 prospects who sign in 5 weeks, Darren. It really is just around the corner. Signing day, if we can call it signing day anymore. I don't know what you call it. There's no more national letter of intent, but it's December 4th, the first Wednesday in February. It's moved up a couple weeks from that mid-signing day, or that mid-December signing day that we've had the past few years, Darren. It's moved up. And instead of signing a letter of intent, they just sign a financial aid documents. But for the common folk, it's the same thing. That's when kids get announced and officially join the program. This does December 4th. So Faraimo, Notre Dame, USC, Washington, and Texas at the top of his list. I've liked where Notre Dame stood for a while, especially since he took his official visits over the summer. He's just kept pushing back his decision. Notre Dame was really hoping to get it done after he visited at the end of September for the Louisville game. He's continuing to draw out his recruiting process. On3's Chad Simmons reported on Tuesday morning that he really believes it's a Notre Dame and USC battle. I'm told that Faraimo is looking at a late November decision. And you know what happens in late November, Darren? On the 30th, Notre Dame plays USC in LA. And we all know that the Trojans are struggling this season. It's very possible they miss a bowl. So it's Notre Dame stock is trending well on the field. USC's down. I'm going with stock steady for Madden because I believe Notre Dame was the leader previously. I still believe that's where they're at right now. Freeman's been a tough cookie to crack. Just in terms of reading his recruitment for a while, so I don't want to feel too confident, but I do think that Notre Dame is the team to beat with this elite linebacker prospect. So that's Derek Meadows and Madden Faraimo, a couple big-time Notre Dame targets out on the the western part of the United States of America. But for 6 others and where things stand with the Irish, go to blueandgold.com. Wednesday, we will have the article out, hopefully in the morning.
Mike, here's my follow-up question about Meadows, if you don't mind. It is my opinion that the Notre Dame passing game has evolved this year, but they are still missing that alpha wide receiver, that guy that can dominate. They have a bunch of really, really good wide receivers, don't get me wrong. If they were able to bring Meadows into the program, would he have a realistic chance to become that type of person that I'm looking for?
I'm pretty sure that's got to be Notre Dame's pitch to Derek Meadows. I talk about this all the time with recruiting. You would rather not have to make that pitch. You would rather say, hey, look at X, and you will be that, right? Like X is in fill in the blank. Now you can point to Bo Collins and say, hey, Derek, what Bo Collins is doing, that will be you, but you can take that up a notch. That would kind of be Notre Dame's on the field pitch. Meadows being what's he listed at? 6'6", 205-pounder. I remember seeing him at that Irish Invasion in 2023. I was excited to see him going into it because he's listed at like 6'5", 185 at the time, and being like, oh, he's got several offers. I'm intrigued by this kid. He was definitely the standout player at the camp on the offensive side of the ball. And of course, Notre Dame offered him that day. And yeah, Notre Dame's badly wanted him since as that big boundary wide receiver. So you can point to Bo Collins, who's having a solid season for the Irish, leading the way as receiver one, as I predicted would be the case in the offseason. Yes, that's neither here nor there. And so yeah, you can point to that and say, we believe you can take that even a step further.
Yeah, exactly what LSU is probably doing with Jefferson and Chase and Neighbors amongst their alumni. All right, it's a bye week for the Notre Dame football team, Mike. So what does that mean for the coaching staff?
Yeah, definitely out on the road recruiting. Might have a coach or two out Wednesday, but more likely you're going to see those guys out Thursday and into Friday. Now, usually we're talking about these guys, hey, here's the big visits to the coaching staff, whether it would be on a Tuesday or later in the week at Blue and Gold. But Notre Dame very much is wanting to keep what they're doing in the 2025 class just kind of low key. They're not really wanting their business out there. It stinks for us and the fans. We're wanting to, talk about, who they're seeing, who they're looking to flip. When they flipped Blake Hebert from Clemson, that the quarterback prospect, a couple weeks ago, that was off the radar completely, Darren. And then they just pulled off the flip last second. Clemson, I was told, didn't know about it until a couple days before Hebert announced his flip. That's what you want if you're Notre Dame. If you're looking to pull off some surprise flips, you don't want anyone to know about it as long as possible. So, what the staff is doing this week, we'll see, if it gets out there. But they will be out there and they'll be trying to make some noise. Well, but I really do believe what this coaching staff has cooking behind the scenes, it's all going to come to light that FSU game. The Notre Dame is going to have these guys visit for the Florida State game and then going to look to close them that weekend. So just got to be patient a little bit, folks.